How's it going, fellas, and welcome to the channel where I kick back, relax and talk NBA 2K, and today I want to talk about a Mycareer wish list, everything that I would like to see when it comes to the Mycareer in general, because it just seems to be rinse and repeat every single year, the same thing time and time and time again.
They do this every year.
So over the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking about the biggest problems in the Mycareer, what I want to see in the Mycareer, and everything in between. So if you like that sort of stuff of me talking shit about NBA 2K22, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below what you would like to see when it comes to the Mycareer. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the biggest problems with Mycareer. The Mycareer player base is split, fellas, between the players who want a great story, cinematic experience, and then the players that just want to keep playing and playing and playing the day-to-day life of an NBA player, just playing game after game, and it's hard for devs to balance. So many players just want different things, and you just can't please everybody, and devs have tried year after year after year, but the thing that makes Mycareer unique is the story experience. You can do game to game to game in different modes, or even different games like FIFA, Madden, and all that sort of stuff, but you've never had a cutscene story, cinematic experience like what you do with the Mycareer, so they need to go gung-ho with it. I know a lot of players don't like the story experience, but that's what makes Mycareer unique. Fact! Because to be honest, fellas, the mode just feels like an attribute and badge grinder. The story feels forced at the moment, which is a shame. As I said earlier, it just feels like rinse and repeat of the same things we do each and every year. We need something fresh.
Yup!
Some new features to keep players playing and not just feel like it's being restarted each and every year and we're just thrown back to level 60 or 60 overall and we just do the same story with different faces and voices. It just feels like a Mycareer cycle at times. So the next thing I want to talk about is what I want to see in Mycareer. Every game feels the same, fellas. If you've played one game, you've played them all. There's no variety. The AI just runs these simple plays time and time and time again. And it really takes the fun out of the game. This game mode is boring and something needs to be done ASAP, but playing 100 plus games a season just ain't fun no more. Maybe it's just me, but I just can't do it for another year. Maybe just playing the big moments. Maybe there's a way just to sim and only play the big moments of a player's career, like against a rival team or a top of the table clash or something like that. Only play the games that have meaning to your career, because I can't play 100 games every single season. Then they want you to play for 10 seasons, 1,000 games at 6 minutes per quarter? No fucking chance.
Yeah, damn right!
Maybe even go one step further and have a simcast feature that I can sim most of the game, and then if the game is close, I can jump in at any time I want in certain games, because it gets boring playing the shit teams where you just blow out by 40, and then if you're not that good, and then you play the good teams, and then you get blown out by 40, it really makes it difficult to get invested when games are just blowouts all the time, and it'd be extremely frustrating just to keep doing it time and time and time again. But it's all well and good to have these options, but not everybody wants them, so these options have to be able to be triggered on and off, fellas. These options need to be a choice and not a necessity, because if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't have to. Fact! So the next thing I want to talk about is I want more than a build system. I know this is a long shot.
Come on! Come on! Oh, come on!
But I would love to have more choice over my character after I have made my build. Maybe some skill trees or something like that to keep me invested other than badges and attributes, because grinding them is enough for me. I've done it for 10 freaking years. I want something else to grind in the Mycareer other than badges and attributes. But this should only be a Mycareer thing, fellas. Something unique to Mycareer, which would be great for players and keep players invested more than a couple of months. So the next thing I want to talk about is just story paths. We've seen it in WWE My Rise, the WWE career mode. I'm not sure how they could add it into NBA 2K, but it would be something worth looking at, fellas. Maybe something you can do on the court can trigger something off the court. For example, if you score 50 points, you end up on TNT or something like that, and then you get a series of challenges from Shaq to do for extra VC or extra points or whatever, or extra My Player points, whatever you want to call it. Just something different. Base the story and the cutscenes around what you do on the court. I'm not saying all cutscenes should be be based around this sort of thing, but some here and there would be great. So the last thing I want to talk about before I end the video is just a few little things, and career flow is everything when it comes to a career. If you're playing for 2 hours, you should get past 2 or 3 games. You're lucky to get past that. It's a joke. It just takes way too long, and if you play longer minutes, it's a joke, and it can take up to a month just to beat a couple of games if you're not playing every single day, and it can take 6 to 12 months just to make the playoffs for some people because they don't want to play every single day 4 or 5 hours a day just to make the playoffs. You need to be better, 2K, because playtime equals progression. It's as simple as that, because most players lose interest early and earlier and earlier every single year because, like I said before, same story, just different faces. Fact. And the worst thing is, if you want to get to a cutscene, you've got to take 20 minutes just to trigger it by cycling through the city or running through the city or whatever you want to call it. Don't get me wrong, the city is a good thing for my career. It just needs to be a hell of a lot smaller, and it doesn't take all night just to skate to a cutscene. 2K20 was perfect. That neighborhood was perfect. Just a square, everything you needed in a small space, and you could throw a rock to each and every building or thing that you could interact with. Not skating in and out of laneways and going over hills and bumps and dodging people, and it's just ridiculous. But the last thing I want to talk about before I end the video, and I've said this a lot, time and time again, but can we please go back to being a true 99 overall? I don't want none of this watered down online park crap that we need for online. This would have to be separate, but I would love to be able to grind my player to a 99 everything again, or at least close to it, fellas, because it's become boring being a role player. It got better in 2K22 next gen. I am starting to be able to do a hell of a lot more, but why can't I just do everything? Be 99 overall in everything in career. It's not like the bots are gonna complain to Twitter. It's not like the bots are gonna complain to Mike Wang that these players are too overpowered. So why the fuck not? So I'll just finish off the video with a few final thoughts. And My Career was a great game mode, but when they are forced to do it every single year, they run out of ideas, and the uniqueness of this mode has just gone away. It's fallen away year after year. The detailed story is becoming the same thing over and over and over again, but when they do it every year, just different faces, it takes the fun out of the game mode. It might be time, fellas, that My Career just becomes a badge grinder with no cutscenes for a few years, so they can just work on the My Career and give it the time it deserves to make something great, instead of just pushing out this career mode each and every year just to say that you have a career mode in your game. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. If you do like these raves, whatever you want to call them, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below all your thoughts and opinions when it comes to the My Career in NBA 2K. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Leave it all in the comments below. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.